Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to teach you how to cut and sew this beautiful A-line gown with the lace edge as the center design. Okay, so keep watching, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, like, share and comment on my videos. So yeah, let's get started. So to start with, I am going to use a pattern paper to be able to get the accurate center front for the lace edge design. Okay, so let's go. So guys, after folding my pattern paper into two, I marked my shoulder point. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to mark my shoulder circumference divided by 2. So my shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5, which I've already done that. So I'm going to place my tape like that from the shoulder point. I'm going to mark my chest point, my bust point, my waist point and my hip point. This is how to mark make your normal basic bodice pattern. Okay, so what I'm doing here is to make my basic bodice pattern. So this is my normal basic bodice. So I'm going to take my shoulder circumference down to the chest point, make a line on it. So I'm going to cut my neck depth width now, then my neck depth 2.5. I'll connect. So my neck depth is 3 inches, not 2.5, or 3 inches, not 2.5. So I'm going to divide my bust circumference by 4. So I will not add any allowance. I later remove the allowance that I added now. We're supposed to have 2 inches allowance. So the same thing I mark on my chest line, I'm going to take it down to my bust point. Then my waist point divide by 4. Then my hip point divide by 4. So there is no allowance on it. Then I mark my armhole curve. Then so what I have on my hip, I'm going to take it down to the full length. This is not my full length. I'm just making this pattern paper for the purpose of that center front design that we have on the picture, in the picture. Okay, so we're making this pattern paper for the purpose of that design we have in the picture. So it's only this pattern paper that will help us to make that design exactly that way without making mistakes. So this is my basic bodice for my clients. This is my client's basic body. So I'm going to bring my lace now. I'll place it on top of this pattern paper. I'm going to place that design at the center of this pattern paper. So this is the design. I'm going to place the design on the center, at the center of the pattern paper. Okay, so watch how I'm going to do it. I am going to pin it up, the center design. I'll make sure that the two sides are equal. The kind of design I have on this lace now is not the kind of design we have mostly in the picture. It's in the picture but not the exact design we have. So that flower part, I am going to pin it down to make the flower equal. I'm going to use my pin to pin it down. Then I iron the pattern paper to bring out the center piece, the line on the center front very well. Then I'll place it like this. But before I place it, I'm going to use my pin to hold the design very well. Then I check the length of the gown. The full length of the gown is 60 inches, and this material alone is 60 inches in length. So I am going to place it like this. Then I'll add 2 inches allowance. Remember, we did not add allowance at the design, so at the pattern paper. So we're adding the design directly on we're adding the allowance directly on the material. So I'm going to take it down to the full length, because the pattern paper is not the full length. We're just using it as a guide. So I'm going to start cutting out now. So after I'm done cutting out, I will open it up, and as you can see, the line, after ironing it down, the line has come out, so you can easily detect the center front of the lace. So you see, So next thing I'm going to do is to cut the back piece of this particular gown. Okay, so I found out that the material will not be enough to cut both both sides of the back, so I've decided to cut it separately. So I'm cutting one side of the back now, and I'm adding my 2 inches allowance. So I added 2 inches allowance for the zip before I place the pattern paper. Then I added another 2 inches after the pattern paper. So the one before the pattern paper is the zipper allowance, while the one after the pattern paper is the allowance, normal allowance for the body. Okay, so that whenever the client is bigger than the clothes is going to size her, you just have to just do some touch up and it will be a size again. So that is why I did what I did here. So after cutting it out, I'm going to use this side that I just cut out. I'm going to use it to cut out the other side of the gown. Okay, so we have 2 separate back. So for the back, I came down by 1 inch for the back depth, the depth of the back neckline, 1 inch. So I'm going to use it to cut out the second piece for the back piece. Then I'll show you how to cut the sleeve. Guys, I'm managing this material. I want it to be enough. So this is the second part. I'm still going to do some touch up for it to size very well. So let's cut the sleeve now. So let's cut the neck, the turtleneck. So cutting the neck turtleneck, see what I'm going to do here. I fold by 1 and I fold by 2. This is the best turtleneck tutorial you will see. It's going to size my customer very well. It's going to size any type. So I'm marking 4 inches. So this is 4 inches. If you want, you just mark 4.5. So if you like, 4.4 inches is the accurate measurement for a turtleneck. So I came down by 2.5 after I marked 4 inches. I came down by 2.5. So I'm cutting out the neck line. So see what we've got. So this particular size is going to size your client any type of neckline, any type of neck, whether big or small. So I'm going to cut the interfacing now. I'm going to open one side because it's already wide enough. So I'm going to open one side to get our interfacing for the neckline. I'm trying to get the interfacing for the neckline, then I'll cut out now. So I'm just going to sew around and then turn it around. It's very simple. You already know what you are going to do there if you are an intermediate designer. So let's cut the sleeve. The sleeve you see there is three steps, but this one is going to be 1 step because of the material. The material is not enough for it. So let's cut the basic sleeve first, then we cut a straight line for the gather. So let's go. So I am going to measure 8 inches, 6 inches as the length of the sleeve. Then I will divide my arm curve, my upper arm curve. So after that I'm going to cut it out. So make sure the sleeve is going to go round. What I'm marking now, make sure it's in an S shape. Okay, it's an S shape, just the way I curved it. So I'll divide my upper arm by 2. I'll mark it down. I'll connect it. It's very simple. If it's an S shape, it's going to be very easy to attach it to the sleeve. If you mark a straight line, it will not be easy to attach it to the main bodies of the dress. Okay, so after cutting out the first sleeve, we are going to use the first one to cut out the second sleeve this way. So after I'm done doing that, we are going to cut the gather. So we're going to cut a straight line for the gather. And the length of the gather I used is 7 inches in length, and I have 2 of it for the 2 sides. I managed it quite well. The material managed it quite well. The most important thing you need to learn as a fashion designer is to learn how to manage a fabric. Okay, if you learn it, then you have learned fashion designing. If you can manage materials, okay. So after cutting a straight line like this, we'll look at what I used to make it, add more to it, so that the gather will be very will be full, so that the gather will be full. So this is what I did. I added extra pieces that is left out here. I'll add it, so that's okay. So let's go and sew everything. We're going to join everything together. But guys, I am sorry, this particular gown was very urgent. I couldn't video the process of the sewing, so this is after I've finished joining everything together. So I'm sorry I did not video. I even forgot to video. When I was done, that is when I remembered, oh, I made a video of this gown. Oh, why didn't I make the sewing process? So this is the sewing process. After everything, I had to wear it because for you guys to see what I did, for you guys to see it very well. So look at what I did. I added this design, this black velvet at the sleeve. It came out very nice and beautiful. I'm not the owner. The owner is very big, so when the owner wears it, it will balance very well. So guys, thank you for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.